Before there was Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and Instagram and TikTok, there was Wayne Kines. He was the connector, the ultimate connector, the connector of connectors, the Pope of connectors. It's a bit of an inside joke, but I think it works for everybody. Within minutes of meeting him for the first time, he had probably extracted from you your hometown, your vocation, your religion, and he'd quite possibly discovered you both knew someone in common. And if you didn't have someone you knew in common, he was going to give you the name of someone you absolutely had to meet. He was always making introductions. If he had $1 for every introduction he made, he'd be rich. But instead, he was rich in connections, in friends, in colleagues, and in family. Connectedness, it gives purpose and meaning to our lives, and he pursued it relentlessly. And he wanted all of us to connect with others as well. I would dread telling him I was going on a business trip because he would immediately respond with, "You must look up so-and-so when you get there, and you must see this person, and you must meet that person." No matter where I was going, no matter how short the trip, he would know someone I just had to meet. And before I departed, he would follow up with a letter or a fax or an email with the person's details and some clippings. 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 Wayne was also a collector of ideas, and he had especially long scissors that were made just for cutting out those ideas from newspapers. The scissors were eventually replaced with a forward button in his email account, which made sharing a lot easier, but the collecting and the passion for sharing those ideas carried on to the end. He also had rows and rows of file folders, each with someone's name on them. Many of you are here, I've seen these names. And he would file a clipping about something that he thought you should absolutely find interesting, you had to read. And he would wait, sometimes years, until he saw you in person, then hand you that file folder. It could be a clipping about something he thought you should know more about or a cause that you could contribute to. That's because he was also a tireless, passionate recruiter. And you had to beware when he got his sights set on you. Wayne would hear about a project that needed help or an idea that needed developing. And he'd then be on the lookout for someone who would be a good fit. Then he'd comb through the hundreds and hundreds of cards in his Rolodex and pick up the phone or send an email. The Rolodex, and that's a very small version, it's almost like a travel portable version, because there was much bigger. My recollection is that they were much bigger. Was a constant in his life, and it followed our family, my 3 brothers who are here today, and Valerie, his first wife, and our late mom, across 3 continents, and then back and forth across Canada. The Rolodex, the clippings, they followed him everywhere. The phone was another constant. Mr. Dingaling, someone called him, racking up thousands of dollars in long-distance bills per month, reaching out, before it was cool to say reaching out, to his vast global network, on a ceaseless, determined quest, a quest to make the world a better place by connecting people and ideas. He would focus in on one nugget of your accomplishments, one little piece of information, however small, and exhort you to use that accomplishment, that skill, to try something new, to help someone else, or to help some new cause. Wayne Loxley Kines, he was curious, charming, joyous, mischievous, a teacher, a preacher, and an inspiration, a lover of using all caps in emails, a man with a razor-sharp memory of names, places, and ideas, almost to the end, a man of faith who sought daily guidance from his Creator, but also someone who was not perfect. But then, who among us is perfect? To be human is to be flawed. No tribute seems complete without a quote, so I'll close with one from Sir Winston Churchill. Large principles, a good heart, high aims, and a firm faith all provide some charts and compass for life's voyages. Wayne Loxley Kines, he left his hometown of Roblin, Manitoba, determined to chart a course that would make a difference. He wanted to add value to this planet. And, as the testimonies heard today make plain, mission accomplished.